After I did a video on the ignorance, complete and total ignorance and illiteracy of the so-called Apostle Peter, which I don't believe he ever existed, but assuming for the sake of the argument that he existed, and that even the Apostle Paul, which I also don't believe he existed, but let's assume for the sake of the argument that he existed, confirmed and affirmed and asserted that the Apostle Paul was a poor, illiterate, and ignorant fisherman, and therefore, by a deduction based on a logical conclusion, it is not possible for the Apostle Peter to write a letter or epistles in academic style of Greek. In other words, in a university style Greek language. His epistles being intended to be read by Jewish people and not by foreign people. And then I proved with the Bible. In other words, the Bible disproved itself. And I didn't comment much. I just made some statements of fact. And I just connected some dots. And then I received so much hatred. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But it's funny how these Christians, so-called Christians, they have so much odium towards the truth. I mean, they can kill in the name of God and for God. I received so much hatred, so much odium. These people hate the truth. These people lack a minimum level of critical thinking and skepticism. But this aside, Jesus himself, assuming that he was not an imaginary figure, which I believe he was, Jesus himself advised them to love their enemies. So for these Christians that commented on my video, I don't think they have read the Bible or the Gospel and the New Testament. I don't think they have read it. And I heard somebody once said that the difference between an atheist and a believer, or a believer and a non-believer, the difference between the two is that the believer has the Bible read to him, and the non-believer or the atheist reads the Bible. In other words, the more one reads the Bible, the more he or she unbelieves. And this is a fact. And the more one has the Bible read to him and interpreted to him by ignorant and illiterate pastors, the more there is a so-called cognitive bias, and the more this person tends to believe. But in any case, this is a clear proof that these people do not have the Holy Spirit and cannot have been guided by the Holy Spirit to spew, so to speak, and spit such hatred against what I said. Even if they don't agree with what I'm saying, they can say it in a civilized manner, and they can say, this is your opinion, but we think so and so. And if they present me with a solid argument, then maybe I would believe. The thing is that a person doesn't believe normally. This is a function of the brain. You can believe in something when you're presented with sufficiently solid argument. And then these people don't think about this. They just spit and spew hatred towards. And I'm sure that if they were given the opportunity, it will be the same as Solomon said. There is nothing new under the sun. These people, as it was during the times of the Inquisition, will torture me and people like me, atheists and anti-theists and non-believers. They will torture them and they will kill them and me, just because I have presented an argument that does not agree with their construct and of the view of the reality of this world. Thank you very much for listening and or viewing the video. This is again some food for thought for you. And until the next time.